I don't believe in border.
So literally this building
This
right in front
building
of us.
here is supposed to house 30 migrants, and that actually surpasses the amount of residents here.
No comment?
Pure misinformation, half-truths, misinformation, trying to spread hate and fear.
What is Islam doing in my country? If you want to flee oppression, you come over here and you respect the rules of my country, and that's simple.
Citizen journalist, is it?
No, journalist.
Citizen journalist.
Journalist.
Who do you work for?
Vox Populi. Excuse me. Do you know anything about this place and it being an iPass centre or?
This community, it's a melting pot of foreign ideologies, and it is ready, and I mean ready to explode.
But that's okay. Just pour 'em over, ask you for a nice buffet. Well, it's gotta be a chocolate Jesus, good enough for me. Gotta be a chocolate Jesus, good enough for me. You know it's gotta be a chocolate Jesus to make me feel good inside. Gotta be a chocolate Jesus to keep me satisfied.
You know, we just doing a thing about the immigration stuff in Europe. We just wanted to speak to some people who've come to Ireland. Can you tell us where you've come from?
Sorry, I'm not in mood. I'm on the phone with someone.
Okay. Have you? For one question, have you? How long have you been in Ireland?
6 months.
6 months. Oh, okay. Do you like it? It's nice.
Ireland,
Yeah.
nice people.
Oh, cool. Why did you come to Ireland?
I go many places around the world.
Okay. Where are you from?
It's no special reason to come to Ireland.
And where have you come from?
I think this is a private question. I don't like to answer.
Okay. So you don't want to tell me your nationality?
I don't believe in borders between the country.
Okay. Okay.
This is a stupid idea in the people's head.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. So that's one of the buses which takes the migrants basically to where they want to go. So they're in this travelodge here. This diner behind me, I'm told, is actually quite a bustling restaurant. Only now they aren't taking customers who aren't in the hotel. So this restaurant now is just providing food for those who are in the hotel. Doesn't provide it for people who want to come and pay money. This is Callum Smiles for Vox Populi, and today I am in Cork, Ireland. Now, in Ireland, it's traditional to go to the pub and have a lovely pint of Guinness. However, since the migration crisis throughout Europe, Ireland has taken in many so-called refugees. Now, in this pub here, unfortunately, I can no longer get a pint of Guinness because it's one of the many buildings and accommodations that are used to house migrants. Now, since all that, we have seen a rapid rise in serious crime. And because of that, we are now seeing community watch and patrol groups spawn around the entire British Isles. So that's England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. So Anita, tell me about this street here in central Cork.
So this is Dalton Avenue, and the residents, they're all elderly, to be honest, and they come out here every night and they light candles and they say prayers by the grotto. I don't even think there's anyone younger than 50 here, as far as I'm aware of.
So literally just on this small street here,
small
it's
street.
basically like an OAP street.
Yeah. Yeah.
And where are the migrants going to be housed?
There's 30 of them behind here. I think this is Leaside Boxing Club, as far as I'm aware. That's the name of it.
So literally this building
This
right in front of
building
us.
here is supposed to house 30 migrants, and that actually surpasses the amount of residents here.
So this is a street full of elderly Irish natives. You could say vulnerable, and then over here, I mean, you can see new CCTV's been put in, and that that often rings alarm bells to me when it comes to the migration research, because that often means money's gone into a place to keep it secure, to keep people outside from going in, such as journalists like myself. So, to recap, we've got OAPs in this street here, vulnerable OAPs, and we're going to have young migrant men, most likely, in this building here. Now, the interesting thing about this, so you can see down here, and then you can see down here, is that this is quite, you could say this is a secluded street. So anything could happen, and the authorities and those that can actually prevent something would be none the wiser. So we're at the end of Dalton Avenue now. I mean, I say the end, it's a very small street, but you can tell that, the locals are concerned about what is to come. I mean, you look around and there is cameras everywhere. There's signs in the windows talking about how there's an immediate response alarm on the building. People who don't have much to worry about usually don't have more cameras on one street than there are in like the entire United Kingdom, which is like the most heavily CCTV country in the world. But that should say enough to the local authorities. If they're having to do all this, that means that there's a problem. And rather than address the problem, people are having to increase their security measures. Excuse me, do you know anything about this place and it being an iPass centre, or?
No comment.
Oh.
Your answer if it's no comment.
Oh, is that what the security band is for? No comment? No comment, there we go. So there we have the Irish that are collaborating with those that have come to Ireland for a better life. Because in Ireland, actually, I think they get more benefits in Ireland than they do in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, they get a lot of benefits. That's why you actually get a lot of migrants actually going through the UK into Northern Ireland, and then they just head down to Dublin where they claim asylum. So yes, I said we spoke to security. We didn't get to speak to security. Security aren't interested. So that kind of confirms it. This is not going to be an iPass centre. It is an iPass centre. iPass centre, street full of elderly. That is how much the Irish government cares about its native residents. More importantly, the most vulnerable people here in Ireland.
It's not up to me, really.
Are you from here, are you?
Yeah.
Have you had any issues with the iPass centres in?
Not me.
Well, there's been lots of reported issues in terms of young migrant men.
To be filmed.
Okay.
So get your buddy to stop filming me there.
Well, right, don't film them. Well,
I haven't given permission to be filmed. I'm inside the private property and I haven't been given
That's
permission
right.
to be filmed.
He's not filming.
I'm just wondering why you're filming my neighbour.
Your neighbour?
Yeah, because I live here and that's my neighbour. Do you know what a neighbour is?
Your neighbour.
Yeah.
Well, neighbour's one person.
Neighbour.
But if there's lots of people
Neighbours.
there,
You don't know how many people are in there.
Exactly, and that's one of the things that we've gone around the country. People are concerned about with. They don't know who's coming here. They don't know who's
Look,
here.
I'm not interested in that kind of tactic.
It's not a
The way
tactic.
that you're dressing all that up, man.
It's not a
so
tactic.
You take your misinformation.
What
and all
what
your
is
vitriol
misinformation?
And all your hate.
No, because
and
what
take
is
it somewhere else?
No, but
man.
what is the misinformation?
Take it somewhere else.
I'm
man.
just relaying to you what people around the. I've been around the entire island.
No, you're not. You're not.
I am.
So look, save it.
How do you know?
Because I'm educated. So you
Educated
go
doesn't
and
mean smart,
you
though, does
go
it?
And well, that's up to you. So you go and take your message and all your hate and take it.
It's not
somewhere
message, it's not hate. I'm finding
else.
out
I'm not
things
really
that
interested in talking to you.
you literally started the conversation with
No,
me.
I was wondering why you were taking pictures
And started the
in people's
conversation
bedroom
with me.
windows,
He
and
wasn't
then
taking
your
pictures of people's
friend
bedroom
started
windows.
filming me. Yes, you were. I saw him. I watched what he was
taking
doing.
a picture
That's
of
why
a
I'm
sign.
asking. Oh, I asked you what you were up to. I didn't ask you for a conversation.
You started the conversation by speaking to me.
No, I started the conversation by asking what you were up to.
Yeah.
So why you were taking pictures in people's bedroom windows.
You've taken a picture of a sign.
Taking pictures of people's
Taking a picture of a
bedroom
sign.
window.
No, you can't see through that window, but you
Go
can
and
see a
creep
sign.
somewhere else, man.
It's not
Go
creeping.
and creep somewhere else.
So do you not have any
Take it
issue
somewhere
like?
else.
So when you have
No,
women
listen to
who
me.
have genuine
Take
concerns,
it somewhere else.
I'm on a
Take
public
it somewhere
path.
else. You are, yeah. But I'm not interested in your nonsense. And
But
all your
what is the
vitriol
nonsense?
and
That's
all
what I
your
want to know. I
lies.
want to know what's the nonsense.
Look, I know I've met lots of people like you.
Okay,
and
what
your
does that mean? That
tactic
sounds
and
racist.
your-
Is that because I'm English?
No, it's not because you're
Yeah, but
English,
there
it's
we
'cause
go.
you're
But you go.
probably-
No,
because
but
you're
but
probably a
people like
racist
you.
With all your misinformation and your half.
I'm not being racist, misinformation,
Yeah,
half
well,
truth.
look,
You're
take-
saying people
take
like
it
you because
somewhere
I'm
else.
English, I
Take
think.
it somewhere else. Look, I'm not interested in your nonsense, mate.
It's not nonsense.
see right
It's
through
not
it.
nonsense.
It's
No.
taking
Nonsense
pictures
is the
in
stuff
people's-
that the lax thing that the government tell you.
pictures in people's bedrooms window, getting your buddy to film me when I've asked him not to. You can't do anything right, man.
Well, have a good day. I hope you have
You don't
a...
even know what a good day is, bro.
Go on then, what is a good day?
You don't even know what a good day is.
Go on, tell me what a
So
good
yeah,
day
Why
is.
isn't your message different?
What do you
Why
mean?
is it
You
out
don't
trying
know
to
my
spread
message.
hate?
You do not know my message.
I know exactly what your message
Go on, what
is.
is it then?
What's your name? And I look you up and I tell you exactly what
What's
your
my
message
message?
is.
No, come on, what's
I know
my message?
exactly what your message. Half-truths, misinformation.
I don't work for RTE.
Trying to spread hate and fear. So that's what your message is.
No, but
I
you don't
even
know
need
that.
to- I do. I'm
You don't know
100%
that.
sure. I bet you anything. I
No,
bet you
how
anything.
do you know
I
that?
guarantee, because I met your type. I meet loads of
My
your
type. Again, is that racist because I'm English
no,
again?
You're the racist.
I'm the
You're
racist.
the racist.
Hold on, so I speak to girls who've been raped and I listen to their genuine concerns.
Stop it. And you're the one taking pictures in people's bedroom
Again,
window.
I've not taken a single picture of
Yeah.
someone's bedroom window.
Yeah.
Hold on. See,
I just saw you do it and I came out to
I
ask.
told you took a picture of a sign. But you say you know the likes of me, yet you don't know me. Yeah, actually, I like to try and find
But
things
I meet
out.
loads of people like you. What are you, a citizen journalist, is it?
No, journalist.
Citizen journalist.
Journalist.
Who do you work for?
Vox Populi.
What does that mean?
It's Latin for voice of the people.
So I looked that up and I
Yeah,
bet
no,
you
please
you're
do.
one of those far right.
Far right. No, it's called right so far. It's a big difference. So the interesting thing about this cube building behind me, which is being proposed as a new iPass centre, is that they are looking at basically the change of use for the building to accommodate migrants. However, Ireland has a history when it comes to the recent migration crisis of Europe at breaking laws to accommodate illegal immigration, or rather, so-called refugees. There was a case with the old ESB building in East Wall in Dublin where the fire brigade even pointed out to the government that you are breaking fire safety codes by overfilling this building. Alas, they did it anyway, and it's still in use to this day. But go just over the Irish Sea into the United Kingdom. There was a recent win for the local residents on a technicality. In Epping, the Bell Hotel has recently closed, possibly at the moment temporarily, because they didn't have the correct change of use. But just over in across the Irish Sea, the Irish government don't care about the rules. They just cram people into these buildings, despite the concerns of the local residents. So can you tell me more about this community? You were saying earlier it's a melting pot.
It's a melting pot. They're after bringing in Islamic, Afghanistan, Romas, and plenty of other different ideologies. And it's as simple as this: people are not safe here. Now, there's a lot of children having the antisocial behaviour as well. So we have to now make sure that our own people are safe first and foremost. We're in a place in Mahon where people are living at home with their families. We have people living in 3-bedroom houses, probably 8 a house. We're giving over everything, all the resources to foreigners, and we have nothing for ourselves. It's becoming an absolute joke down here. The guards, the politicians don't want nothing to do with it, and it's now becoming very clear that we're on our own down here. The people of this community will have to start standing up, because we're giving over every single thing. There's no school places for our kids. We're building more modular homes over. You were over on that side a while ago. More modular homes. They're building apartment blocks. They closed the guard station. What are we supposed to do? As I said, we're going to have to start doing community watch groups. Simple as. And if we don't start fixing the problems right now, our children and our children's future will be paying for it for a very, very long time. So it's as simple as this. It's now or never to get up off your fucking arses and fight for your children. Excuse my language. But inside here, there's people scared because we have Romas, who should not be in this country, who offer absolutely nothing to the communities, scaring women with children. She's rang Neil Prendeville, she's gone on to every single councillor, and what's happened? Nothing. Because we're left alone to deal with the multicultural shit show, the melting pot of ideologies that have no place in our country. No place. And it's about time now, as I say, If the Irish want to look after the Irish children and make sure that the Irish children have a future in this country, you need to start standing up and fighting for that. Is that okay?
So tell me about some of the violence you mentioned that's happened. Like I mean, I'm looking at this estate now, and I'm seeing kids everywhere. But you're saying actually there's a lot of violence that happens literally where we are now.
Yes. So there's 2 people have been on to me that their children are being sent out with weapons and starting what I would say childish fights. Then
Childish fights with weapons.
With weapons. Now I've been told by 2 different people on that. These have been reported and been ignored. So again, as I say, we have to do our own community watch at the moment to make sure that people are safe. Now, every time I come over here, it seems quiet. It seems like this. But that's not saying that these people aren't lying. I can't say what these people are seeing, but there's 3 households at least here that are terrified for their safety. Romas and Afghanistan Muslims. Now again, what is Islam doing in my country? They're fleeing oppression, they say, yet they're bringing all their oppression over here. How is that? How is that right? If you want to flee oppression, you come over here and you respect the rules of my country, and that's simple. That's as simple as it is with me. Assimilation is assimilating to my culture, not us assimilating to their culture. So this community, it's a melting pot of foreign ideologies, and it is ready, and I mean ready to explode. They talk about assimilation. Why then are they segregating? If you put a whole community of Ukrainians into one area, how is that segregation? How is that assimilation? That's segregating a complete entire society into one area. That is not how we build a society. That's not how people get on with each other, because it happens that now people are looking in from the outside and saying, hang on a second, why are we getting fucking modular houses and we're staying at home with mommy and daddy? Have you looked down at Mahon, the cycle lanes? Now people can't even park outside their own houses, you know? So if I was working, most houses have probably 2-3 cars. Now you can't park outside mommy's, where you're living again, because you can't get a house in this country while we give over there's plenty of bills happening. Building houses left, right and centre, housing estates. The majority of them right now are being sold to Indians. Brand new housing estates where the majority of the houses are being sold to Indians. They talk about housing crisis. No wonder there's a fucking housing crisis.
So the irony of when it comes to housing crisis here in Ireland, when it comes to Irish nationals, when I first came over here, when I worked at Rebel News, there was 11,000 people on the emergency housing list. However, they couldn't house them all. They actually said, we don't have the houses for you. Fast forward a few years and we're looking at 6 figures when it comes to the people that have come to Ireland for a better life. Now, having just been in a housing estate where it is, as Ger said, a melting pot of cultures, just down the road, the Irish government are providing this housing for all scheme. But is it housing for all or housing for all except the Irish?